Hello, welcome back. Today I'm building this, the Burning Gundam. This is from the SD Gundam series from Bandai. And I'm building this with my younger son Alex. That's why you can see two pairs of hands. Bought this for him because he really likes model kits. And these are a great sort of starter set, pre-coloured, snap off really easily, and no glue required. You can also sort of pose them and things. However, I'm not an expert in Gundam. So if I mispronounce anything or do anything that you think is like not quite right, feel free to leave a comment down below. But remember, I'm just building this with my son. So you can see there's some nice instructions here, stickers, colour illustrations, things like that. I've always been really impressed with these Bandai kits, and I'm looking to build some more in the future. Now I am using my Tamiya clippers to remove these parts. And going through in stages. It's also very useful to use these flat-ended tweezers, or round-ended tweezers I should say, for the stickers. If you were building this yourself, you could easily mask off these areas and paint them instead, but it's nice that the stickers have been included. It's important to do these in the right order, as many of them go beneath other parts, so add the stickers first. I am using these Ultimate Modelling Products sanding sticks just to smooth out around some edges. As I say, if you do have smaller hands, you may need to ask an adult to push some of these pieces together. Now, whilst most of it we left unpainted, I did use some of the Kaleido Mecha paint range, including their yellow on this headpiece here. As you can see here, I'm attaching it. Kaleido have released this fantastic mecha paint set with a huge range of different colours for these kind of Gundam robot kits and similar ones as well. They're all water-based and ready thinned to go through airbrushes, whether that be their own Galeri brand or other brands as well. They also come with thinners and cleaners. Just mix them up like that and they should be ready and raring to go. And you can see a huge variety of different shades they've got here. Check out their website and use the code BURNING-GUNDAM for a discount off your next order. Thanks very much. Now I'm going back to using the stickers. These are really well made. They've got little fold points and cut points around the edges to help them fold into the complex shapes as best as possible. Tweezers are quite useful to help fold them into the correct position. You've also got these flexible rubber-like pieces which go into some of the joints, whether that be the shoulders or hips, so that the parts are movable. The rubber parts are all on a separate sprue. This decal that goes around the waist is a little bit awkward. This backpack type piece has two holes which will attach some of the flame parts later on, should you want to display it that way. Now the arms and legs are basically symmetrical, so you'll have to do these twice. You've also got 4 hand parts for this kit, so you can choose whether you want the fists open or closed. The recommended age range for this kit is 8+. Alex is currently 7, however I think with a little bit of practice he would have been able to do a kit like this on his own. I've taught him to be careful when using these side clippers and he is very careful. His older brother's 10 and he's already built a few like this independently. There's the 2 arms finished. Head attaches to the torso like so. And there you can see how the arms slot in on either side. There we are, half done. These are fairly robust when put together, so they can be moved around and posed. Your child could probably play with them if they wanted to, however, they're not going to be as strong as a proper action figure, so you've always got to handle them with a little bit of care. The stickers are finished really nicely, some of them with a kind of metallic blue finish as well to match the sort of sparkly look that's on the front of the box. There aren't many mould seams, however I did choose to sand away some that are on the leg. If you are interested in seeing some more of these Bandai kits, please let me know down below. If you saw one of my recent videos, you may have noticed that I have a Star Wars K2SO droid figure kit from Bandai, and I also recently got an even more unusual one than that, which you'll have to wait and see what that is. Here I'm adding the blue stickers to the other leg. Cotton bud's really useful here to push them into place. Trying to encourage Alex to do some of the stickers himself as well. These white parts here go to make a sort of hip piece that goes beneath the torso and connects the legs to the body. So there you are, the upper part, and now adding that waist piece. And then the legs slot in underneath. And there we are, we're pretty happy with that so far. Now then you've also got these fire pieces that can be attached wherever you like. You've got two that go together to make a sort of cone, and then two sort of fire whip pieces, and as you can see they can slot together, you can use them however you want. Join these together, then sand away the mould seam a little bit. You can choose to put those on the hand for a sort of punch, or on the foot for a kick, like so. And then you can also create a kind of fire halo sort of look behind like this. Now I'm also using these Galeri paint pens. Noticed on the box that the fingers of the hands were metallic, so I painted them black with some acrylic and then went over the top with this gunmetal. I was really happy with the finish that this gave, and I think it looks a lot better than leaving it bare white. As I say, you've got 4 hands, so you can choose how these look. I'm finishing the armour off here with a little bit of Tamiya black panel line accent just to fill in some of the panel lines. There are also some Gundam markers which you can use for this kind of job. I actually had some previously, but they're wearing out a bit. Now for the flame parts here, I decided to upgrade them a little bit, so I used some of the Kaleido red and yellow from this kit. Firstly gave them a coat of the red, and then did some little mist accents in the yellow just to make them look a little bit more like fire. I'd not done anything like this before, but I was pretty happy with how this turned out. Only had to use a slight bit of yellow, and I think it's pretty effective. Let me know down below what you think. Alex is really proud of this, and it's now gone pride of place onto his desk in his bedroom. He's looking to build a few more kits like these, and we've also got those Pokemon kits that you may have seen recently too. Thanks a lot for watching. Leave a comment down below, like, hype, all of those things, and I'll see you soon.